Well then, welcome to the No Dunks podcast presented by FanDuel. It's Monday, November 10th, 2025. I'm Jay Skeets here in the Classic Factory, and alongside me, as always, Tass Mellis.
Hey, basketball lovers, this one's for you.
Next to him, it's my top shot hot boy. It's Trey Kirby.
Ayo.
Ayo. And over yonder, making the magic happen, super producer JD.
Hello.
There he is. Here we are. Hello to everybody on YouTube. Hello, podcast listeners. On today's show, we're going to run through our NBA weekend winners and losers, as we always do on Monday. We're also going to highlight a few wedgies. And finally, we'll share what our pick'em payoff is. Completely forgot to do that on Friday.
Sorry.
Even though we promised it. So we'll tell you today, at the end of today's show, what our payoff is for the month of November. But first, we start with some sad news. Lenny Wilkens, one of the true legends of the game, died on Sunday. The 88-year-old Wilkens grew up in Brooklyn. He played for St. Louis, Cleveland, Portland, and then coached 6 different franchises during his 32 seasons on the sidelines. This guy was named to the NBA's 50th anniversary team in 96, to the 75th anniversary team in 2021, and was also honored as a top 10 and top 15 coach as part of those anniversary celebrations. But Lenny Wilkens, gone at 88, but what a true basketball lifer, Tess.
Yeah, he touched so many things in his basketball life, and he was that settling coach. I found over his years, obviously helped Seattle win that championship. Then in Toronto, when a lot of people didn't want to be in Toronto and things weren't going right, he comes in and helps them win their only playoff round in the first 20 years of their franchise. He was just that guy to settle everything down and help them. Hopefully, in honor of Seattle, they get that franchise back for the name of Lenny Wilkens, because he was Seattle basketball for a long time.
Yeah, Lenny Wilkens to me is a guy I learned about through basketball cards, and everything you would find out was kind of unbelievable. Like, he led the NBA in wins as a coach for a long time. And then you go back and you're like, wait a second. He was a Hall of Fame player as well?
Yeah.
Wait a second. He was a player coach for multiple seasons? And I looked it up. He never led his team in minutes when he was the player coach, which I think is a lot of integrity to not play yourself the most. But yeah, in the Hall of Fame as both a player and a coach. Pretty amazing career for Lenny Wilkens.
Yeah, 9-time All-Star. He was the 71 All-Star Game MVP. And then all the coaching. He has over 1,300 wins. I think he's third all-time when it comes to regular season coaching wins. Popovich, Don Nelson, and then Lenny Wilkens. And yeah, it was pretty cool that he was like one of the last player coaches.
Very cool.
I think Dave Cowens did it too, but there's something awesome about that. You know, I'll do both.
Yeah.
Do you get 2 paychecks? No, probably not.
Definitely not back then. Yeah.
But this, I also feel like for a guy that's been around forever or was around forever, like I can't remember anyone having an ill thing to say about Lenny Wilkens. And you hear all like the support coming out, obviously after his passing, like Steve Kerr saying, just like the most thing about him is like his dignity, and he had that quiet confidence. But he was just well liked by everyone. It felt like, both as a player and as a coach.
Yeah, as I mentioned, that settling feel for a guy to be on your bench. That's what he was. Brought everybody together. Never got under people's skin. It sure felt like.
Yeah. We also lost another legend in our world this weekend. We lost Yams the brown dog. So condolences to you, TK. 17 years old, your dog?
Yams was 17. Laura and I got married in December of 2008. We adopted her in June of 2009. She lived with us everywhere, from Lombard to Toronto to all of our places here in Atlanta. So a very sad weekend for us, for sure.
But a well-lived life.
A well-lived life. She did a lot. She did a lot of stuff and went a lot of weird places. We were reminiscing about her having a doggy life vest that had a handle on the back, and we could pick her up and carry her hanging stuff. So very weird to not hear her click-clacking around the house. I'm not letting her out at night for the first time, and you know, my adult life is what it feels like. So
That's tough.
Sad times.
I found a tweet that you shared or tweeted in 2013 that said, pretty happy to find out that when you Google NBA dogs, Yams is the first image result. I've checked. Unfortunately, Yams is not still the first image result for NBA dogs. It's a lot of Christian and Scooby, if we're being honest. But that's pretty amazing. At a certain point, Yams was. So rest in peace.
Yeah, there's a photo of her wearing a Bulls hat somewhere out there.
Is that why?
Yeah, so I know she was happy to see the Bulls doing so well this season at the beginning.
Good.
I was telling her all the time, you know.
Well, we had some wedgies this weekend. Let's get the spirits back up in here. Number 9 and number 10 over the weekend. Friday night, Nick Claxton, Stick Claxton, we're calling him on this one, getting his hand in there on the offensive rebound attempt. Like a lot of bodies in there, but I think it really is Claxton jamming it in there. So that was number 9. NBA Cup game. And then this one, controversial. Oh boy, Jeremy Grant. He got the offensive foul call and then traveled, let's be honest, and then sticks it. And we're like, should we count it? Should we not? It didn't result in free throws. It didn't result in a jump ball. It fouled him out of the game. We put it to a poll on Twitter. Like 70% of the people said, you got to count that.
What else are they going to say? They're going to say, we got to see that. Hey, every wedgie is a snowflake. That travel thing that he turned, we've never seen that before.
That's
where
crazy.
He spins with the ball, he's playing with it in his hands and shoves it in there. Never seen before.
People are like, come on, continuation. It's like, oh yeah, okay.
A continuation wedgie.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, I've counted. Who cares? We're up to 10. You love to see it, don't you? All right, let's get into NBA weekend winners and losers. TK, we're going to start with you. We'll do a couple rounds of winners, eventually make our way to losers. What do you got?
Winner of the weekend, the first place Detroit Pistons. Smacked the Nets on Friday, won a nail biter against the 76ers on Sunday. And if I'm being honest, I would have given whichever team won a winner of the weekend in that one. But it was the Pistons who pulled it off. 6 straight wins for them. This is their best 10-game start since the 05-06 season. It was yet another Cade Cunningham takeover in this one. 2 points in the first half, just 1 of 9 shooting, though I do think he was playing a pretty solid floor game, getting off the ball quickly with the blitzes that the Sixers were throwing at him. But Cade caught fire in the second half, 24 after halftime, had 17 in the third quarter, really dragged the Pistons back into the game. He scored 5 of the last 7 points for Detroit and assisted on the other 2. Had the huge dunk where he just leaves Kelly Oubre in his dust and throws it down over Andre Drummond, who realized, I'm not going to be able to get up there, but I can jump a little bit. He also had a jumper to put Detroit up by 3 with 17 seconds left. Kind of a weird play from Philadelphia. I thought down 3. I was like, were they just trying to not get fouled? You know, because a team on defense wants to foul when they're up 3. So you have to kind of be picky and choosy when you're going to foul. Yeah. Philadelphia was moving the ball quite a bit. It looked like there were several shots they could have taken, but they didn't take any of them. Cade, though, has been the closer. Kofi called him Closer Cade when we had him on. He's leading the league in total fourth quarter points this season. He's second in per game fourth quarter points as well. Shooting great percentages, only 5 turnovers to 20 assists. Like most of Cade's turnovers come in the first 3 quarters of the game when he's trying to get everybody else involved. But he's 7th in FanDuel's MVP odds right now. I think that should be higher. And maybe it will as time ticks on. But another awesome performance from him. And Jalen Green is doing it every single night. 21 and 16 in this one, plus 4 stocks. I know Tass hates it, but it feels good to say it in this scenario. Yeah, he was stocking it up out there. And I was listening to the Sixers broadcast because they had their beautiful uniforms, their old school court. Ala Abdelnaby compared him to Otis Thorpe.
Wow.
I was like, wow, that's a throwback. And I think it's mostly arms based on that one.
Jacked.
Durin is jacked, just like Otis Thorpe was. Otis Thorpe used to be one of 2 guys who had muscles in the NBA. It was like him and Karl Malone. That's it. But now a lot of guys have them. And Durin's might be some of the biggest. But he was ferocious in this one. Great synergy with Cade. Like I said, I thought Cade played a really smart first half. He was getting Durin really involved because Drummond was really high up on these pick and rolls. They were trying to trap Cade. He was getting off the ball really quickly, which led to a big scoring night for Jalen Green. But then in the second half, Cade was just so much more patient, hanging on to the ball much longer, waiting for Drummond to back off. And then he could just go right at Kelly Oubre, who's too skinny, really, to handle Cade inside. So those 2 guys look awesome together. Pistons, first place.
Yeah, it feels like Cade's takeovers are getting earlier and earlier because they used to be just fourth quarter where he had to score. And then in the third quarter when his team needed him against this Philadelphia 76ers team that is looking solid, it looked good against those Raptors on Saturday, he literally just went into takeover mode in the third quarter with 17 points where no one could stop him. He gets into his dribble game and he's able to peel back. Defensively, I thought he was awesome at predicting where guys were going. He was doing really well on that end. I questioned coming into the season. No Dennis Schroeder to help him just carry the load with the ball. Not needed with how Cade Cunningham is growing. He's clearly going to get some MVP votes. He's one of the best players in the game. He is just so dedicated. They closed this game along with Duren and Ausar and Cade, with Javonte Green and Ron Holland. Javonte Green's not going to be finishing games later on when Tobias Harris gets back or Jay Ivey gets back. Even Ron Holland had to make some poor decisions, but that didn't matter. They were still clicking under Cade Cunningham's lead role, and then you had that dunk on Drummond was ridiculous.
That was huge.
The way
you don't see a dunk like that usually like in a one possession game.
No.
In the fourth quarter, right? Like that is
huge.
something you see like in the first 36 minutes of a game, but not right at the end. But just blew by him and threw it down. And then he had the one, I thought it was a weird coaching decision from Nick Nurse and the 76ers. The one where he hit the little jumper that actually sort of iced it, like really tough little fadeaway jumper in the lane. Strange double from Quentin Grimes. Like, I get the idea, get it out of Cade's hand, but don't just scream up there on one side. Cade just saw it. He's like, he's coming from that way. I'm going to go this way.
Yes.
And just went right into the lane and then hit a tough shot. Don't get me wrong, but it's just like, again, I get it. Double him, get it out of his hands, but come at it with a little more tact than just scream up. Quentin Grimes, if you watch him, he just runs right at him and he's like, okay, I guess I'll just go this way. But Cade has been awesome, and Duren's like Cade's all NBA. Duren is like all-star level right now, 19 and 12.
Yeah, feels like he's sort of flying under the radar a little bit. I wouldn't make the Otis Thorpe comparison myself. You know, we're oldies. We know Otis Thorpe, but the Jalen Duren bod it's out of this world.
Here we go. Get Tassmillis talking about a bod. Let's go.
No, I'm backing Giannis's he commented. This was what Giannis said in the offseason when he was interviewed by the Greek media. His first talk about playing in Europe versus the US and how it's different is that you got these huge bodies in America, like Jalen Duren. And looking at Jalen Duren, he's taken some photos with the shirt off. The guy is massive, way bigger than Otis Thorpe. All respect to Al Abdenalbi. But either
He's
way.
more Dwight-like, isn't he? Really?
Yeah, but even bigger. He's
bigger than Dwight? Well, I don't know.
You've got to see the photo with the shirt off. The guy is humongous. Either way, I think he's sort of flying under the radar with Cade leading the way.
Yeah.
But Cade doesn't need all that much help. The Quentin Grimes double was weird, but everybody else is just, I mean, he needs help, I should say, but everybody else is just falling into line. Karis LeVert now is the guy coming off the bench, and he's playing well in his role, in a limited role, but they don't need a ton. They don't need Dennis Schroeder of last year, who is playing a ton.
They don't need it, but they could also use it for sure. And it's usually, it would be Ivy, right? I think is who you would hope. Because
Asar's doing a decent job too.
Well, Asar hit a jumper in this game late.
That was a miracle.
Like,
it felt like,
And then you brought up Holland. He like, hit or miss here from time to time and down the stretch. But the thing is, like, they're running Cade and Jalen Duren pick and roll, and that's fine because right now it feels a little bit unstoppable. But a team can really pack the paint on that, and Maxey saw it coming. Like the one turnover Cade did have late, the one where Maxey went the other way and dunked it, it was all because like, well, they're not going to do anything else. So like Maxey like held off the corner and like he jumped it, right? He knew that the pass was going to Duren because they throw bodies at Cade, they try and slip it to Duren, let him operate at the top, but they saw it, they went the other way. But I'm just saying, man, you add one more playmaker, like one more guy out there that ball can get swung and they can attack. Very dangerous team, and they're already good. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was looking up the NBA Cup schedule, hoping that we were going to see a rematch of Pistons-Knicks from last year's playoffs, but they're not in the same group. It's not happening. But Cade Cunningham, I know they're cutting right now. They're thinking about the playoff packages of this guy, and you can use that dunk on Andre Drummond and him getting to the line, yelling at his bench, saying, that's the I'm talking about. And he's got the huge scratches on his arm. Yeah. I could see the ESPN movie collaborations that they do going to the playoffs. You know, there's something there with the superhero like scratches
Wolverine
on him. Yeah,
something.
exactly. Yeah. There's something there. The guy's awesome. And he's clearly leading that team. Again, a couple guys come back and help him out. This team is awesome.
Yeah, Jalen Duren, I checked. I wanted to see where he was on most improved player on FanDuel. Pretty far down. Plus 2,000. Mm-hmm. Still Giddey as the favorite. Denny Avdia. These make sense. These guys have been awesome. Ryan Rollins slipping in there. Austin Reeves, Amen Thompson. But Jalen Duren at plus 2,000. He has improved. That's the thing. I brought it up a week ago or so ago. The free throw shooting jumps off the page. It's like, whoa, he's actually decent there now. I think he was like 5 for 7 in last night's game. But he's still over 80% after a really down year. He's more confident out there. The playmaking is still improving. He's great. And I have an idea I want to throw at you guys. Because we got this new All-Star weekend, right, where it's going to be I guess 2 American teams and 1 international team.
Yeah. Who knows who's playing for these teams? It's so strange thinking about it.
Let me propose this for a new all-star tournament idea. Keep 1 American team of superstars, keep the international team, and then let's just make a Jalen team.
All Jalen's?
We got really good Jalen's right now, with Jalen Duren blossoming into an awesome center. Jalen Duren, center. Jalen Johnson, power forward. Hopefully Jalen Williams of the Thunder, back somewhat soon. We know he's all NBA level. He's the small forward. We'll put Jaylen Brown at the 2 guard, and we'll put Jalen Brunson at the point guard position. Awesome team. Jalen Suggs off the bench. Jalen Green, when healthy, off the bench. Jalen Smith, he's played okay for the Bulls. Why not? That's 8 right there. That's all we need.
That's pretty good, actually.
Solid Jalen's. Yeah, let's throw them into the mix.
Jalen Rose coach.
Done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better than the 4th G League team as they had last year.
Get out of here.
That's way better, but it sure feels like there should be a 4th team with the way they've got things designed. So, yeah.
Team of Jalen's.
Makes sense.
That's a good team right there.
Yeah, and he's young. You know, it didn't.
He's super young.
He's not even 22, I don't think.
No.
Yeah, he's turning 22 on the day that they're here in Atlanta to play the Hawks later on this month.
See at Magic City.
Yeah, that favors the Hawks, actually.
I'm taking the Hawks that day for sure. All right, Pistons, a well-deserved winner of the weekend. Let's go to you next.
Alperen Sengun, easily a winner of the weekend. The game against the Spurs was definitely the NBA Cup game of the season so far. It was just a spectacular game. Now, Alperen Sengun is up to be anyone's rival in this league. It's clear. He was going at Wemby. Now, was there some flopping from Alperen Sengun? Sure. Was there a Shane Goon moment where he hammered Wemby when they're lining up for a free throw when the game is basically over? Yeah, but that's what makes a guy you hate to play against. Right. A clear sign of a guy who wants to play hard. And he was going at Wemby. Those awesome moves when he would show both his shoulders to get enough space and bang it home Wemby underneath the hoop, or the footwork to get around Wemby. And the 3 going into the 4th quarter against this team in San Antonio, who was playing really awesome. It was such a good game. And then in the 4th to really show up, hitting 5 shots for 14 points. The guy is becoming the superstar that the Rockets need. It was awesome. And then, so even though they lost that game, which we'll get to because the Spurs played freaking great and they have to be a winner of the weekend, Giannis Antetokounmpo against Sengun on Sunday was really fun. Sengun did a lot of his work against Miles Turner, but I was more impressed with the assists on this team that we all wondered where the guard play is coming from. He's so good. He's so good at passing. He had 7 to lead this team on Sunday. He's the team leader with 7.3 assists per game. And again, a lot of it was against Miles Turner, but when it came down to it and they needed to ice it, he took the ball end to end with Giannis picking him up full court, and he was able to go past him and go around him and go around the team. And then here comes the double flex afterwards. Sengun is just ready to be hated by another team. And that is what a superstar is all made of. I mean, it's super fun. He had this rivalry going on in the Eurobasket against Giannis Antetokounmpo, but they respected each other, appreciated each other, and I don't know how much Wemby appreciates him with that. It was a Shane Goon shoulder to Wemby's face when it was all said and done, but either way, he's awesome.
So Sengun's alter ego is Shane Goon when he's like a badass or pissing people off. I do like that
That's really good.
Lot. Good stuff, Reggie Miller.
Yeah, Reggie Miller did it, man. Yep. That's all Reggie.
The crazy play that Tass alluded to there as the lights flicker on us. Sengun versus Giannis.
It's cold in Atlanta.
What was nuts? Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, I was asking Trey.
That was awesome. The way Sengun, I mean, he beats Giannis once and then just pulls it out to like run a little bit more time off the clock, then beats him again inside, finishes over the top, got the and one. Sengun took the 2 biggest shots of the game because he also had the play where Durant hits him after a pick and roll, short roll, he's in the lane, gives Giannis a bump, and has the patience to just kind of be like, oh, if I turn for a half second here, easy hook shot, knock that one down too, and then the and one that really iced the game. I thought it was a complete performance from Sengun, and he really brought it for his team coming back from they were down 8 with maybe 5 minutes left or something like that. Went on a crazy run. I thought Reed Shepherd was really good in this game, had 3 steals and a block in the fourth quarter. I think he finished with 16 on the night, hitting his threes, competing on the defensive end, and he's little, but he can make plays defensively, so I think he had 5 stocks on the night. And then Kevin Durant, had a little bit of a slump, was turning the ball over a ton, scored really well against the Bucks, but I love the defense from Durant. He had Gary Trent Jr. maybe was trying to take him, got him on a pump fake, but Durant stays down, still challenges, and he was just giving it his all 10 games into the season, trying to set a tone for the Rockets, I think. Sometimes he'll be their leading scorer. Sometimes he'll be their go-to guy. Sengun has been that, but Durant is doing everything else that his team needs.
Anything to add to that? The KD part of it all? I love that. I love this idea. KD sort of carries them for chunks of the game, but it is the Alperen Sengun sort of at the end.
Yeah.
And KD seems completely fine with it because he sees oh, there's a mismatch. Go to work. That play where he got around Giannis was, Giannis went for the steal from behind. It was really a weird decision by him, but then he wasn't done. That was the first half of the play because then Sengun did all the work inside to get, and then he started flexing.
It was a lot of work. Yeah. But the Sengun Durant top of this team is trickling down to guys like Reed Shepherd, who I don't know if that was his best game of his NBA career, but it felt like it. More so just because of all the things he's doing.
My winner of the weekend, you said it there, Tass, the Spurs, deserving as a team, but specifically De'Aaron Fox coming back on Saturday night. Looked great. Pretty good debut, season debut for Fox. He calmly nailed a 10-footer. Sort of step through floating type jumper with about 30 seconds left on Saturday night to ice the Spurs victory over the Pelicans. He had 24 points, 9 of 14 shooting. Again, this is his first game since March 12th. He had a really good second quarter, 15 points. He exploded in this small 3-minute window. Chipped in 3 boards, 3 assists, but great game and a team that already looked good, led by Wembanyama, getting stuff from Castle. Now adds De'Aaron Fox, one of the best clutch closers in the game. And he's now going to get reps here with these guys. This is only his 6th game with Wemby. He barely played with them last year. First time starting alongside Castle. And to me, that's the guy that's going to benefit the most of having Fox back. It's one thing, Wemby's going to be Wemby. Castle now gets to go back to his more I think, true role as sort of an off guard who can make a bunch of plays off of instinct. Fox can handle the ball a lot more. He just brings a balance, I think, to this team, to their offense and the pace of it all. So good stuff from Fox's debut, coming off the win against the Rockets in that huge cup game.
It was a super good cup game. I thought an incredible court. It was gray, but
hard work pays off.
But it's a nice gray. That's a great court. And I know there's not much of a list to rank a game as the this weekend as a great NBA Cup game, but I would rank that Spurs Rockets was freaking fun. I thought in that game, the Spurs were just matching the Rockets' ability to grab offensive boards. That was so fun to watch. The Spurs grabbed 15 offensive boards, and then even when the Rockets scored, you got the Mitch Johnson call of right away, push it. And they did. And so they're all locked in into winning games and turning over the Rockets. And then to go into De'Aaron Fox, came back really quickly from that hamstring injury. He said he was healthy, but the Spurs wanted to take it slow. And to see his speed out there, he looked obviously great. And there's going to be so much space, as you mentioned. With Wemby out there, you can see how much better Vassell is, Keldon Johnson is. Those guys are playing well. Even a little Jeremy Sohan out there, Trey, playing.
Yep. So sometimes -7 in 20 minutes.
He had some good.
Trust me, the guys that I trash, I always check their plus minus.
You're a plus minus man.
Well, I care if the team is playing well when they're on the court.
Yeah, well, 3 games so far. Yeah, he's a -6, -2, and -7.
Yeah.
He's shooting well. He's shooting 59% from 3. Anyway, or from 2, I should say. Anyway, moving on. They obviously look great. Fox can get space out there with Wemby.
I think Fox is going to average a career low in assists this year. Mm-hmm. They don't need him to be their creator. Stephon Castle is an awesome creator. He had 13 assists in this first game with Fox, and I think Castle is the best at finding Wemby for lobs. Anytime he gets in the lane, he throws it up really, really high. Wemby knows how to finish it. Fox only 3 assists, but they need his scoring more than anything, especially in clutch time. He had 6 points, a couple assists in the fourth quarter. He had that nice finish through Herb Jones where he just bumps him off. Then he had a step through around Jeremiah Fears. He's a guy that can go get his own shot. finished first in clutch player of the year once upon a time.
That's right.
Yeah, 12th the next year. But Mency was still doing it enough to get a couple of votes out there. I like to see that. Wemby's an awesome player, but it's hard for a big guy to be the go-to guy in the clutch. Somebody has to get him the ball, and then as we've seen, like in the Suns game, they're going to put a small guy on him and then have help. There's going to be a lot of eyeballs on Victor Wembanyama. It's much easier for a perimeter player to just go out there and cook one-on-one. And that's something that Fox is really, really good at. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him have low assist numbers, but high scoring numbers, because they need somebody with the ball in their hands to go make a play when the shot clock is running down.
Let's do another round of weekend winners. Who else you got on your list?
Who else do I have on my list? The Cleveland Cavaliers. I think they're flying totally under the radar right now. 4 straight wins. They beat the Wizards and the Bulls this weekend. Had one of the highlights of the season when DeAndre Hunter broke Josh Giddey's ankle and then dunked all over Pat Williams. Bulls had to call a timeout to get Giddey off the court, and it had an effect on the game because Giddey had to take to the hoop with like 1:20 left, 0 lift. On a missed layup. They should have probably gone with Trey Jones down the stretch. Whatever. Bulls didn't score the final 140. And Donovan Mitchell, this dude, just is a straight-up Bulls killer. They had it on the broadcast. No player has ever averaged more points per game than Donovan Mitchell. He's like 29.3. I assume he's still leading all time because he had 29, 6, and 6 in this one, including 13 in the fourth quarter to push them over the top. I do think the Cavs are kind of in a tough spot. Nobody cares at all what they do during the regular season. They lost in 5 games in each of the past 3 postseasons. 2023 is first round against the Knicks. Their first taste of the playoffs. No big deal. I think 24 and 25 were more disappointing. In 2024, they lost to Boston in the second round, 4-1. Boston did go on to win the championship. Last year, they lost to the Pacers in the second round, 4-1. They went to Game 7 of the NBA Finals. So maybe it doesn't look quite as bad when you view it from that lens, but it's early days. They're top 10 on both sides of the ball. 7 guys right now are averaging double digits in scoring. That includes only 2 games from Darius Garland, but he played okay when he's been out there. Didn't play against the Bulls. It was second night of a back-to-back for them. My only concern with the Cavs, I was watching League Pass. They show you the in-arena bits. They did one where they hooked guys up to a polygraph and asked them one question. Do you scrub your feet in the shower? A lot of guys who don't wash their feet on this team. Jared Allen says it's a long way down. I can't do it every time. He's like, pick your battles. Bad knees or a bad feet or a bad back. Thomas Bryant said, yeah, I washed my feet. And the polygraph reader said, nope. He got so mad. He's like, come on, that's my routine. I wash the lower extremities first, then the top half. Jalen Tyson was just like, nah.
That's a good bit.
Yeah, it was really, really funny. Craig Porter Jr. and Lonzo Ball, they sometimes wash their feet. But something to keep an eye on going forward. Do they miss games with athlete foot?
Oh, that was good. I didn't see that.
I think it's a common trend of just men overall. They just don't wash their feet. They just let the water trickle down. Yeah, they're clean. Good to go.
Do you have a bench in your or a seat in your shower? It does help, right?
Does it help?
Well, I mean, I don't know. We're getting old, man. You're gonna fall over in the shower.
Jared Allen style.
Take a seat, man.
Yeah, that's a good feeling to wash a foot.
Incredible.
I believe Thomas Bryant. I believe he washes his feet.
He was so bad. How dare you say that?
I am happy you added that part where, like, unfortunately, none of this matters. After the idea of, like, are the Cavs being overlooked? Are they going under the radar? I mean, no one cares. No one cares. Yep. I'm sorry, Cavs fans. It's going to be like this all season. You're going to win 60 games, if not more. You're going to look great on both ends. You have a great team. We all know that. You have a bunch of all-stars. Blah, 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 blah. Nobody gives a shit until you actually make a playoff run. That's just where they're at in the cycle of good NBA teams. They're not the first. They won't be the last. It's not the first Donovan Mitchell team where we've gone through this, right? The Jazz back in the day, same thing. Like, oh, yeah, really good regular season team. What happens in the playoffs? But, yeah, 7-3, a solid start, even though they don't respect the cup.
Yeah.
Just come back to hurt them.
Wait, the Cavs, you don't think respect the cup?
No, they sat 4 guys against the Raptors in the first cup game.
Oh, yeah.
Lost to the Raptors.
That wasn't very respectful. You're right.
You're totally right. They're 1-1. Yeah, people don't care. I don't know if people really cared enough about Darius Garland dunking on Wemby last year. Not Darius Garland. DeAndre Hunter last year. That was as a Hawk, and now he's doing it as a Cav still. I don't think it got enough credit to drop Josh Giddey and have a dunk on the same play. That's all I'm saying, is that there's just not enough care for
It was the number one
DeAndre
play
Hunter.
of the top 10 plays of the night.
Yeah, it was an awesome play.
Oh my god.
People will forget about it.
It's like what are the? I forget. I don't even know if they have a name, but remember those little toys that you could like press down on them and they would like collapse. That's what Giddey looked like. Like when Hunter shook him and he just collapsed to the side. And then he finished it with a dunk.
Nice dunk. Yeah.
It was huge. Big play. All right, Cavs a winner of the weekend. Tass, what do you got?
I'm going to Derik Queen, Pels rookie, versus the Spurs. He got a blessing from a legend. He was playing in San Antonio, and as he was playing, the Pelicans broadcasters, Antonio Daniels, said, Tim Duncan just sent me a text. He said, I really like that Queen guy. Now, that is a blessing. You have been kissed by a legend to receive that. And watching that game, he had great passes, leading all of his cutters. Whether he got doubled, he was able to see around them. He was able to throw an alley-oop. He had 8 helpers in this game. I'm sure Tim Duncan was sitting up in his press box, enjoying not being bothered by anybody, and also watching this kid play incredible ball. Now, his numbers aren't all that great this season, but they're running the offense through him when he's out there on the floor. And it's something. It's something for Pelicans fans to be happy about. There's not a lot. So I had to, when Tim Duncan gives you that, hey, that guy's good. That's all you need to be a winner of the weekend. And that's more than what they have. They're 2-7. They're not winning a lot of basketball games, but you go into San Antonio and you're running through the offense through you. They went and traded a lot for him this past offseason, and he's coming off the bench. If the season goes poof and everybody's hurt, he may start. And you can see that happening, and you can see why he's so talented, that there's also a reason that he should be playing more basketball out there. So, Derik Queen, you're a winner of the weekend, that's for sure.
Winner of the weekend for friendship, too. Nice to know Antonio Daniels and Tim Duncan still sharing texts.
Still buddies,
like that.
Yeah.
During the game, like you said. While he was sitting up there in his
cut to him right away.
Just sitting in the dark, it looked like. It's like us in here.
The lights were flickering.
There's by himself in there. No buddies. It didn't look like there wasn't a friend.
Just how he likes it.
He's like, I need a friend. Antonio, let's be friends. No, he does like it solo for sure.
Okay, Queen, getting a little love. Pelicans fans will be happy. They need that. That's really nice of you.
Yeah, they need. I mean, that was a fun game to be able to play with the Spurs. They were hanging with the Spurs.
Yeah. They showed some fight.
Yeah, they had a great week. 2 wins and a close loss. That's a great week for the Pelicans. Now all Derik Queen has to do is be better than the top 3 picks next year.
Yeah,
that's
no
the
pressure.
problem.
No pressure. Yeah.
But it looks awesome. They were running the offense through him, like you're saying. He gets compared, literally he has Baby Jokic as his nickname on Basketball Reference. He's a little bit more Sengun, I would say, than Jokic, but all these guys get compared to each other, and he has good court awareness, good skills. He hit that cool, like, between the legs, step back, Dirk sort of fadeaway jumper. He threw a couple of different alley-oop style passes. One was like a little bit more sauce on it. One of them was a real high looper, I think, to Trey Murphy. He had 41. He's got skills. He's talented, for sure. He'll probably be targeted defensively. Doesn't move all that well, but enjoyable performances.
Yeah. And a big smile, too. Huge smile. $1 million smile to rub off on teammates who, if we're going to be really positive, we've seen the DeAndre Jordan signing, the Kevon Looney signing in the offseason to try and help this guy be a professional. So that's what Joe Dumars is focused on. Get this guy to another level, because they may be going in a different direction in the next few months.
A few other winners I just wanted to tip our cap to. On Friday night, the Raptors beat the Hawks again here in Atlanta. They improved to 2-0 in the Cup group play. They respect the Cup. Raptors are sitting pretty. I'm probably jinxing it right now, but they have 2 games remaining in their Cup stage versus the Wizards and the Pacers, 2 of the worst teams in the league right now.
They're going to the quarterfinals.
I mean, I'm looking ahead, but the Raps should win this group. 2 more wins for OKC over the weekend. They're now an impressive 10-1. On Friday, Isaiah Hartenstein had the best game of his NBA career, 33 and 19, nearly a big beef. Both career highs in a win over the Kangs. And then on Sunday, OKC outscored the Grizzlies by 25 points in the second half to roll to the 114-100 victory. Shea, awesome. 35 points. He went takeover mode again. So OKC keeps winning. The Running with the Timberwolves podcast tweeted at us, quote, I look forward to seeing my T-Wolves named a winner of the weekend. 2-0 record and a plus 6-7 weekend, in my estimation, meets the criteria. That's good weekend. Did dominate the Jazz and the Kings. Bad weekend for the Kings on the other end of a lot of these, but I mean, they kicked ass. We'll show you the court in loser of the weekend though later. Sorry, podcast.
Harsh.
Yeah. And then finally, winner of the NBA weekend, Andre Drummond, for bringing his dog to a post-game press conference. We need more dogs at post-game press conferences. Here's Bob Marley being a good boy right beside Andre Drummond there. Going, just going scumbag mode with the white tea there.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the dog.
No.
Looks like he's got a dirty nose.
Yeah. That's Bob Marley though.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was that dog doing the whole game?
I don't know. Right? Just being in the back. I'm not sure.
Who's doing that reporting? Which NBA journalist is doing that reporting?
What, asking the question to the dog?
No, just finding out what the dog was doing.
Yeah, what was that dog doing? Who was hanging with that dog? Drummond had an awesome game, though.
Yeah, he did.
17 points, 12 boards, hit 2 threes. I thought a crazy attempt, though.
He took one late. Yeah.
I mean, I understand you're 2 for 3 at that point.
Yeah.
But
it was in the corner,
open,
right?
You were wide open for a reason.
Yeah,
they do not care if you make 10 straight. You're going to get a wide open look. I think Maxey took a tough one. As well. So Philadelphia kind of short-circuited a little bit, I thought, in the fourth quarter.
Well, maybe he's good.
But bring that dog with.
Yeah.
Why not? If you're going to average a double-double with dog in attendance.
Bob in attendance. His dog's name's Bob. That's great. I like weird human names for dogs sometimes.
It's probably a 2-word dog. Like he's never calling him just Bob, I imagine.
Come here, Bob Marley.
But it was fun. Yeah, the Sixers are weird in that Joel Embiid ain't playing those fourth quarters, so a lot of it.
Well, he didn't play at all.
In that one. But sitting down in fourth quarters a lot of the time. Listen, they were able to beat the Raptors, who, as you said, got a good victory on Friday. I thought Scotty Barnes was looking great because he wasn't having a good night. But what happens to a star when they're not having a good night? They get somehow their footprint or their fingerprint on the game, and he was doing a great job at making those passes all over the place, setting guys up all over the place. He's had 11 blocks in his last 4 games. He's getting after it defensively, so he's doing what he can. It was good to see that. It was good to see another Canadian, Andrew Nembhard, come back, even though the Pacers lost both games, but at least he's back. And I just wanted to ask about those Sacramento Kings jerseys. Did you see the ones on Friday with the split down the middle, the vertical split, purple on one side, black on the other. Right. Then they got the checkerboard coming down the panel of their shorts. I can't get behind them. I can't.
I mean, it's the least offensive thing about the Kings right now. If you've watched them play.
Not very good.
Here's how bad they are. Michael Redd, former NBA player. He's on Twitter. He's a great follow. Super positive guy. Great insights. He is now questioning what the hell is going on in Sacramento. He called them like a tough watch. That's like, that's the kiss of death, man. I mean, Michael Redd, you've lost Michael Redd on social media.
It's a red alert.
Yeah, but they are bad. He's not wrong. The vibes are brutal in Sacramento. But yeah.
Why is he commenting? Why is Michael Redd commenting on the Kings? Just because
he loves hoops.
He loves hoops.
Yeah,
maybe he wants to get into the exact quote. He said, plotting world.
I love basketball, but man, the Kings are a tough watch right now. End quote. Michael Redd. At Michael Redd _. That's the official one. It's bad. That's how bad it is. Anyway, we'll get to losers of the weekend. We're not even touching on the Kings. Not even worth our time.
I'll give a quick winner of the weekend to Mo Gueye.
Ooh.
Yeah.
21, 7, and 7 with a couple of blocks in a win over the Lakers. Basically, nobody played for the Hawks. Like Porzingis was out, Trey Young has been out, no Jalen Johnson, so a bunch of College Park Skyhawks got a run against the Lakers team that, like, they rolled Luka out there.
Yep.
They had 8 and out there. Luka had 22 in the first half, and then those guys got yanked midway through the third quarter and never came back in. Got to give some love to the Hawks' sixth man section. You hear the ole, ole, ole chants all over the place. So they were going, Mo Gueye, Mo Gueye, Mo Gueye, Mo Gueye. That was pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah. And he was having an awesome game, so it was echoing through the fortress all night long.
Oh, that reverse layup was sexy. where he was hanging in the air. That was nice.
He scored like 11 straight in the first quarter. It was crazy.
Awesome. Yeah. And I almost want to give a positive winner to J.J. Redick on the other side, whose team got spanked. He was so mad post-game. He was furious.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get to another coach who's the absolute opposite of that, handling his team. But I like J.J. Redick post-game just saying, I knew that we stunk in the first 2 minutes, essentially, without saying that. And he just couldn't answer a question. They were just 2-word answers, and he just wanted to get the heck out of that podium. So at least he is upset about it, unlike some coaches, which we'll get to.
All right, we'll take a quick break. Hear from our sponsors when we come back. NBA Weekend Losers.
The NBA season is a long and winding road. Games every night, schedules packed, late nights, lots of snacks lying horizontal for hours upon hours. That's why we crave the new Peloton Cross-Training Tread Plus, powered by Peloton IQ. Peloton IQ plans your workouts, tracks your progress, even corrects your form. With the swivel screen, you can go from a run on the Tread Plus to a quick yoga stretch or ab workout in mere seconds. How fast can you swivel a screen?
This is good sound effect work, man.
ASMR.
Between a swivel and a lift, huh?
Yeah.
Way different. I've been doing a lot of strength workouts with Jermaine Johnson. You can call him JJ.
Nice.
Simple exercises, do them a lot. No fancy stuff from JJ. He's like, you're doing bicep curls for 40 seconds and you rest for 20 seconds. Guess what? Back to the bicep curls.
Wow.
Long head, short head. Long head, short head. Let yourself run, lift, flex, push, and go. Check out the new Peloton Cross-Training Tread Plus at onepeloton.com.
The NBA is rolling along. I watched so many games this weekend, and FanDuel is your home for live betting. So even if you missed the start of the game or you want to ride the hot hand, FanDuel has live bets on everything from who will score next to fourth quarter comebacks. Plus, you can combine your live bets into a same game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout. However you want to play, now is the perfect time to join because FanDuel is giving new customers $300 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. $5 to potentially $300. Okay, FanDuel. So just visit FanDuel.com to sign up today. Play your game with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. All right, we've done winners. Let's do losers. TK, who you got?
I got Jalen Green as a loser of the weekend. Just got back from a hamstring injury. Played his first game for the Suns on Thursday night. Looked awesome.
Yep.
29 points, 23 minutes. On Saturday, after playing just 7 minutes in his second game with Phoenix, re-aggravated the same right hamstring injury. Drove to the hoop. Looked pretty normal.
Yeah.
Came up limping and had to be helped off the court. Suns insider John Gambadoro has been reporting that he's going to miss 4 to 6 weeks. And when you consider the way he got hurt this time, it makes sense that they're going to be cautious. He came back, like a couple of days early. Looked awesome and then just got hurt right away. Sucks for a couple of reasons. First of all, the Suns have kind of turned it around. Went 1-4 in their first couple of games. We're getting down by 20 every single night, but they've won 4 of their last 5, including beating the Clippers in Phoenix and then in LA. But the other part, Jalen Green rarely misses time.
Yeah.
Played 82 games the past 2 seasons, 76 the year prior to that. I think he was like 67 in his rookie year, but usually is playing quite a bit. So for them to do the Kevin Durant trade and not really get to see what they even have in Jalen Green alongside Devin Booker, I think is a big-time bummer. The good stuff, they did get Dylan Brooks back, which is well-timed. Colin Gillespie, a Tasmellis favorite, has been looking really good to start the season. Grayson Allen has been playing pretty well and shooting the ball well again. So I assume it'll be Royce O'Neal comes back into the starting lineup for Jalen Green alongside Brooks, Booker, and Mark Williams. But just felt like the Suns were starting to get their team back together. They were going to have most of their guys healthy, and then he goes out for what's going to be what seems like a significant period of time.
Yeah, totally agree. They were getting it back together. Beating the Clippers 2 games in a row in a home-to-home, that's something for a Phoenix Suns team that was definitely one of those teams that people weren't excited about outside of Phoenix, and the people in Phoenix were saying, don't sleep on us. And then for them to come around like that and then lose one of their players to a similar injury to what he just had, it stinks. Now, Jordan Ott, their head coach, said there will be no excuses, that people will step in. It is a short term, a fairly easy part of their schedule here. They got the Pels tonight. It's a winnable game. Then you got the Mavs, the Pacers, and the Hawks, the Blazers. So, they shouldn't lose all those games, and people will step in. But it is... I was surprised to see Gambadoro with this report because there wasn't anything from the Suns, but Gambadoro's that clicked in or that dialed in that he knows it's 4 to 6 weeks. So it is a long period of time. I say, short term the schedule's okay, but 4 to 6 weeks is long, and they're probably going to, as you said, Trey, hold them out even as long as they possibly can this time.
Hamstring injuries suck, man. Like you said, this play you watched it, you're like, what happened? And it's just because he re-aggravated
just pushes off.
Yeah, exactly. And he grabs right at it. I mean, there's no secret what it was. Everyone right away. He basically took himself off the floor immediately. Play continued. They got a shot up.
They may have got a three-pointer. Yeah, I think they did, actually.
Booker maybe scored anyway, but then they're like, foul, like on the defensive end. Like, it's 5-on-4. Somebody fouls somebody. But, yeah, this sucks. Because he looks so great, too. Like, we talked about it on Friday. We showed him a lot of love. It was the one game on Thursday night. So we sort of zeroed in on it, talked a lot about Jalen Green, talked about the Suns looking scrappy here. You're right. Dylan Brooks is back. That's good. But it'd be nice to see them all.
Oh, yeah.
But it's going to be a while. Because now you have to. Now you got to really, really be cautious with it, not to have this just happen again when he gets out there. So it'll be a while here. We probably, I guess, will we see him before the 2026, before the end of the new year? I guess it's possible. 4 to 6, you said.
Yeah,
sure, maybe.
He's got to come back for Christmas time.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, Green.
Good point.
The hanging of the greens.
All right, Jalen Green, just an unfortunate weekend loser. But at least the Suns are getting wins. We'll get to the Clippers in a second, but you got somebody on your list for a loser of the weekend.
Well, the Dallas Mavericks are definitely losers of the weekend. I think Nico Harrison is in danger of losing his job. I know they got a victory this weekend. They're 1-1, but it is not pretty. They got spanked by Memphis on Friday. They were down 30 at some point, and then they made it just a double-digit loss, but it was a spanking. And then they beat the Washington Wizards.
Barely.
Yes, barely.
Yes.
They're throwing Brandon Williams out there as their closer point guard because they have such problems. No disrespect to Brandon Williams, but I think he's got to play more because D'Angelo Russell just ain't doing it right now. And this experiment of playing Cooper Flagg at the point guard, it ain't working. But you got your own guys, your own legends, and Dirk Nowitzki sitting there on Amazon saying, whoa, this team it's not pretty. They're playing side to side, is what he said. They're not going towards the hoop whatsoever. They are the worst offense in the league. And I think there's just going to be more and more losses. And I don't think it's coming from Jason Kidd. He was quoted as saying, the boat isn't burning, so we're fine. He's just too calm. he ain't getting his team to play with any sort of force. Kyrie Irving ain't coming back anytime soon. They need desperate guard play, but he's not coming back till at the very least 2026. Several months in to 2026, I imagine. I think Nico Harrison is in danger because, yeah, sure, they can say, well, Anthony Davis has missed half the games thus far, and Derek Lively has missed 70% of the games if we're doing math, and Dante Exum hasn't played if we need some guard help, but they are the 4th highest in team salary. They're going to be 4th highest again next year. Patrick Dumont, they just bought this team from Mark Cuban wanting to have a winner. And so there has to be something that happens. And I mean, you can look deep down. It gets reporter under talked about, but they traded Quentin Grimes for Caleb Martin. This guy could be one of their best players. Quentin Grimes is balling for Philadelphia. They've made plenty of mistakes, and maybe it starts with Jason Kidd playing more point guards, but it's still not going well. It's a bad team to watch. Now, to sit at 3-7, that's okay, I guess. If you want to make the excuse of injuries, but they're going to keep losing unless they get some guard help, and they should be making a move for one right now.
Yeah, unfortunately, it would be Nico Harrison as the guy doing the move. That's the real catch-22. But there's reporting from Mark Stein and Tim McMahon basically speculating that if things don't turn around quickly, Nico is going to be out of a job. Those guys are super well connected in Dallas. So I believe the smoke because the team doesn't look good. And most importantly, it feels like they are messing with Cooper Flagg's development. It's only 10 games into his career, but he's clearly playing out of position and doesn't look like a superstar right away, which is what I think a lot of people, myself included, were kind of expecting out of Cooper. The guy is a generational draft prospect. He went number 1. This is a team that some thought was going to be challenging in the Western Conference, period. I thought they could be near a playoff team, and that looks pretty far-fetched at this point. But there are people that were talking about him as one of the best teams in the Western Conference, which seems unbelievable. Cooper looks pretty ordinary to start his career. I think if he was averaging 20 points and 6 assists, nobody would care that they're losing games. But they're losing games, and he isn't lighting the league on fire, which looks really bad for Nico Harrison. Small silver lining, it seems like Anthony Davis is back soon. He might play tonight. He almost played over the weekend. That definitely helps, but they traded Luka because they were concerned about him being able to play games and be on the court. Oh, no. They trade him for a guy that never plays.
It's so silly.
It's tough.
And this is why they have to fire Nico Harrison, too, because it's this whole the Luka-like hangover, too, right? That black cloud hanging over the franchise. That hasn't gone anywhere, because it's not going to go anywhere if you continue to lose. It just like gives the fan base something more to focus on. Like, you messed this up. We were an NBA finalist team. What the hell were you thinking? Trading a guy that was not even in his prime yet, a perennial MVP guy. Like, it's so silly. I mean, we need to go over it again. I saw Tom Ziller write this morning, Nico Harrison needs to find Najee Marshall a no-show endorsement deal or something, because Marshall's 30 points saved the game in a real weekend from hell for Harrison. So you're still giving him loser of the weekend, but yeah, it could have been 0-2. They didn't get the one win. Najee Marshall, a big reason why.
Barely.
But brutal, man.
It's tough. I don't know what the maneuver is from, it's not a new ownership, but it is fairly new. And if they are giving Nico Harrison just a leash here, because the Patrick Dumont didn't come from a basketball background. Now, I've heard Mark Cuban continuously talk about that Dumont is trying to get better on that side of things. But where does it materialize? What happens? I mean, they are not a good basketball team. It is very poor. And in 2.5 weeks, they're going into Los Angeles and playing Luka Doncic on Black Friday. And so this is right after Thanksgiving. That would be horrendous. The headlines, you call it black, whatever. It's going to be an extremely dark cloud over this team if they lose to Luka, which they will, because it's Luka Doncic, who is definitely spiteful. Yep. And so the question is, will Luka text Nico Harrison if he's fired? That's my question. I wonder if he's that spiteful.
Like a mean text.
Yeah, like, hey, well, it was a good run, buddy. Or something, some sort of.
He needs to crack a beer immediately after.
Yeah, pour one out for Nico.
On the floor. Can't take his beers now from him. Yeah, it's bad. Okay, Dallas Mavericks. Anything else to add? I mean, you didn't even bring up the Klay Thompson of it all this time. You gave him worst of the week last year. Last week,
right, yeah.
Oh, man. I mean, he's going to be traded, isn't he? If anybody will take the contract.
He's got a kind of a long contract.
Oh, yeah. He makes a lot of money for a guy.
Well, they honestly, Nico built a great team for Luka Doncic. Like, he built a perfect team for Luka Doncic. You can tell because they went to the NBA Finals, and now they're trying to reorient it around an 18-year-old power forward who's playing point guard.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. All right, loser of the weekend to the LA Clippers. Let's slip them in here. Suns held them off 114-103 on Saturday. Their second win over LA in 3 days. Harden did return after missing Thursday's loss for personal reasons. He racked up the assists on Saturday, but he shot 4 of 15 from the field in a lot of minutes. So he was rusty there with the shot. Clippers have now lost 4 in a row. They've fallen to 3-6. Not much better than the Dallas Mavericks. And Kawhi is going to miss the next few games here due to a sprained right ankle. And the worst part about all this is, like, they just look like who some of us were concerned about, and that's just being an old-ass looking team. And their defense, which was awesome last year. I think they were top 3 in the league in defense. They are, like, bottom of the league now. It's completely flipped. And it doesn't look good for LAC right now at all, especially when you had the Kawhi news, TK, that he's going to miss some time, which isn't a surprise, but just makes things worse.
Exactly. He missed time last year, and they still played defense.
Yeah.
They're 26th in defense right now because they give up a ton of three-pointers. They're allowing the most in the league, and teams are shooting 40% from three against the Clippers. They are so susceptible to drive and kick. They get beat off the dribble and then spray it out to the shooters. Sometimes it's a corner three. A lot of these are coming from above the break, which maybe if you're Ty Lue, you're like, we're giving out above the break threes. Eventually, teams will start missing. That's probably true. It's hard to shoot 40%. In the league. So that probably comes down eventually, but what's not going to change is that they look like they don't have much athleticism. They don't look to have very much physicality either. So I don't know how they change that. Like, Chris Dunn's playing. Derek Jones Jr. is playing. These are guys who were important to them on the defensive end last year and just aren't having quite the same effect. Zubats is getting it going a little bit, which I think is good, but it does still feel like a ton of possessions are like Zubats post-ups, Brook Lopez post-ups. That feels very dated to me as an offensive strategy. Harden has to carry them. He didn't shoot well, like you're saying. He was setting guys up. He's their best playmaker, like we talked about when they lost to the Suns the first time, and he didn't play, and they weren't able to score. But they're going to have to be better on the defensive end and take a little bit of pride. Right now, if they turn the ball over, it's a guaranteed 2 points for the opponent because they just can't get back in time.
Mm-hmm.
This Clippers team, like Jordan was saying, it would be nice to have Kawhi in there just to have some camaraderie going. What he did last year was miss the first few months of the season. The same team was playing, and then he came back in January and then played till the end of the season. Now, this is different than last year where he's missing a chunk of games. Obviously, their defense is just horrendous. Last year, they had Chris Dunn starting the entire season, being that on-the-ball perimeter type of defender. Now they're starting to go back to that along with Derek Jones Jr., but yeah, they look ancient. Unfortunately, they don't have that same hunger on that side of things. We didn't mention the Mavericks are good on that side of the floor, but they're so bad that they can't accommodate for that. And last year, the Clippers were pretty bad offensively, too. It was just James Harden because Kawhi was out for a bunch of the season. But now it's like both sides. Last year, they were third in defense. Now they don't have that anymore. So they look old. They do.
They do. And they play old, too. They're like the slowest team in the league. Yes. Like they appear old. They play the Hawks tonight in the Intuit Dome. Then they have the Nuggets. And then they go on a 7-game road trip. So they got Dallas and Boston and Philly and Orlando and Charlotte, Cleveland, the Lakers. You said that they were going to be playing the Mavs. Well, they're playing the Clips too. So that's an in-season tournament game. So it doesn't get easier here for the Clips. Like it's so early, but we are like 1/8 of the season done for a lot of these teams, you know. And you know you're 3-6, 3-7 in Dallas's case. Like there's so many good teams above them. It's not going to be easy to claw your way back into some of these races, but.
Yeah, and I do think the odd Kawhi playing him now at the beginning of the season, then getting injured is not good for them. We saw last year for the first time in a while he was able to start later on in the season and get it going and start to turn it up a little bit and then play in the playoffs. Now he's out for a chunk of games, and yeah, they haven't developed who they are. They play so far into shot clocks. That they start shooting extremely late into shot clocks, and it's just kind of it's slow, and yeah, it just doesn't bleed into the other end either.
Final loser of the weekend to the Minnesota Timberwolves NBA Cup court. Got to do it. They hosted the Jazz at the Target Center on Friday night, first group stage game at home there, and they had some trees on this floor, but you wouldn't know it. Can't even see the damn trees because look at this neon green. It is the focus. Extra wild looking on TV. You see the photos of people in person. It's bright, but man, on TV, bright. That contrast. Whoa. I saw Brandon Beckford tweet, the Timberwolves have absorbed the gamma radiation from the court and become basketball Incredible Hulks because they played well. They played well on this wild green court, but a lot of people saying, that's Mountain Dew, bro.
That's Mountain Dew, bro.
I know you're a Grey Cup court guy, so I assume you're not the biggest fan of this.
I told you. Colors on the floor from baseline to baseline don't work. Obviously, the brighter, the worse. This is
so right.
That's crazy.
It is not. There are trees there, you said?
Yeah, like they're like where all the people are standing, like it's like a tree design. You know, it's on the one side there, but You can't see them.
Yeah,
Looks like they're floating. Like the players look like they're floating, right?
Yeah, it almost looks like an LED court.
Yeah.
Like All-Star.
Was it? Did they have a green court for
Yeah,
Steph versus Sabrina?
For Starry, wasn't it?
Oh, starry base.
Yeah.
Is that a
There was
Starry
Yeah, you're
activation?
right. There was a lot of that color. I don't think we liked it on the LED court either. But
I like a bright court, but too bright. It's a too bright one.
Yeah, especially with the lighting in the arena. If we're going to get all technical, you see these bright spots of the lights, like spotlights almost.
Yeah.
And sometimes that doesn't work. It didn't even work on I would say, the Orlando Magic. I was watching with my daughter, and it's a very light gray. She goes, "That's not gray. That's almost blue, purple." And it is kind of got this tint, especially with the lighting coming on it. It all depends on the lighting. And in that scenario, way too bright.
Yeah.
The lights don't help it. In Atlanta, a dim burgundy. How was it the burgundy court? Oh, actually, you saw the
I was
Lakers
there Saturday.
game.
Yep.
Yeah, you didn't see the Friday court.
the red was better than the yellow abomination from the year before for the Hawks, in my opinion.
Yes.
And I don't even love red courts. The one red I didn't like. Did you see the Nuggets? It was like
a Papa Burgundy.
yeah. It's like Pepto-Bismol. Pepto-Bismol is what people are saying. Just not a good looking red, in my opinion. But anyway, they're trying things.
They're trying things.
Yeah. I wonder what Michael Redd thinks of the red courts.
Loves it. Loves it for sure. You know what I do want to retire, though, is the Kramer meme for NBA Cup courts. We've seen it 3 straight years.
For every color
Every
imaginable
color
now.
court. It's a 30-year-old show. There's been something brighter since then. Give me an Oppenheimer meme. The guy's watching the Trinity test. Something new, please.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah, it's a good meme.
Pick 'em tonight. Tass, where are we going? And will you get a victory?
Who knows?
You're 0-5. This is amazing.
I know 5, and I was happy to take the Toronto Raptors. Excuse me.
No.
I took the Hawks against the Raptors because I knew the Raptors were going to win on Friday. I knew that.
Oh, no, he knows
Yeah.
it.
Well, I said it on Friday too. I can skunk this, no problem. But tonight I'm getting a win because Milwaukee going into Dallas. There's no way I'm taking Dallas. There's no way. So I'm taking the Bucks. They got to win by 2.5. They got to win by 3. Trey's in the same boat as me. Skeets, you believe in Dallas.
Something's going on here. This worked for me last time, where a line smelt fishy. And I got it right. I forget what the game was. But this one, what the hell's going on here?
You think it should be bigger?
Yeah,
for
I know
Milwaukee.
the Bucks are on a back-to-back. Give me a break.
The question for me is like, will they rest Giannis in game 2 of a back-to-back? That's maybe why the line is so small, and maybe Anthony Davis comes back tonight as well. So yeah, I thought this was a tough one to pick.
Okay, well, I got Dallas, and Tass is going for the over. And if he does, well, you'll be paying it off by shaving a goatee. Goatee November, everybody. Last place in the month of November in our pick and payoff. We'll have to show up, I don't know, for a couple days, maybe a week with a goatee on the show.
Yeah.
Now, like Trey, I mean, Trey's off to a great start, but it's a long month.
It's a very long month.
I mean, that'd be wild. This man has a huge beard to go straight goatee. Now, are you going to keep it like Bagwell style?
Yeah, I would keep it long on the bottom for sure. I just would get rid of the jowls.
Wow, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
Jowls.
I mean, I don't know if it would make me look younger or older. Because
I don't know.
the thing I would leave would be just
gray.
Just gray.
Yeah. And I'm going to look
Yeah.
super evil, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, picture that. I'll be evil Skeets for a week, and then Tass, Tass will be here one day, and then it'll grow back.
Yeah, it's not too bad for me. Looking out for you guys, I hope I lose because I am far less scruffy than you guys. I tried to grow a beard during the pandemic, and it was gross. Like a long one, I'm just way too scruffy. I pulled out the Manscaped and started trimming it back again because it's gross. It's disgusting.
Not enough.
Talking about the landscaper?
So, yeah, I hope I lose for you guys. I hope I lose for you.
Are you going to try and grow in at least for the rest of this month, like your stash and the goat part? To
Make
then,
it
if
longer?
you have to shit, yeah, just for it to pop more on screen.
Sure.
Maybe we could dye it.
Sure. This is the part of if you do have to shave it, like mine is. It's totally visible already. My jowls, they're totally visible. I trim it fairly often. But for you guys, you could reveal some sunk ass jaws, we're just
Totally. I got no idea what's going on in
Yeah, him especially.
yeah. So I'm fine losing for you guys. Fine losing. I might start to look like
Trying
Nick
to
Nurse.
protect us. Protect our jowls.
Do you see Nick Nurse's Nick Nurse pulls out a goatee.
Oh, yeah, he does. He does.
It's hilarious.
Well, we said it. Aaron Nesmith has an immaculate goatee.
Oh, yeah,
going
he's
right
got
now.
the evil look.
Yeah, it looks evil.
Yeah.
So that's what we're playing for. November's payoff in the pick'em is the goatee. And look, you're 0-5. You're behind by a couple of games, but it's November 10th. We got weeks to go here.
Yeah.
And we have seen many times where someone just gets on a heater or the opposite and can't pick right to save their lives. So,
Well, I'll only be 2 games behind you after tonight.
oh, wow. Wow.
Dallas ain't winning. I would be surprised if Giannis sits. I know it is a back-to-back because they lost yesterday, but even if he does, I'm taking the Bucks supporting team versus that Mavericks team.
That one on League Pass, 8:30 Eastern tonight. Our Peacock game tonight, it's Wizards Pistons, baby.
Whoa.
What? Isn't that weird? I mean, Pistons are red hot.
do that?
Excited to see that. Keep it going, but against the Wizards, it's got to be their one nationally televised
gotta
game,
be.
I would think. How many Wizards games could they have possibly have on the docket? And then we got Hawks Clippers on NBA TV tonight. So
Feels
there you
like just yesterday, Kyle Kuzma was a Washington Wizard saying, nobody wants to be that team losing to the Detroit Pistons.
go. Right, you're right. And now here we are. Wizards Pistons
have
on the cock. Enjoy it tonight, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow. Special guest joining the guys. Should we tell them?
Sure.
Jason Concepcion.
Ever heard of him?
Coming on No Dunks live at 10 a.m. Eastern to talk about the NBA and I'm sure a whole bunch of other things. So join us at that time. Otherwise, enjoy those games tonight. We'll see you tomorrow. Clipper Bros.
You heard it here first. Have a great time. Turn up. Love you guys. Awesome.
Thanks for joining us. And remember, not on the cock tonight, Lakers Hornets. I'm looking forward to those jerseys. I didn't do the research, but the yellow and blue, ideally.
Might be more of a green.
That Hornets court, is it a blue? Is it a green? It all depends.
Blue, is it a green? You're right, though. It's yellow versus blue-green.
There we go.
Tonight.
It's going to look good.
We'll talk about it tomorrow. Brace the day, people.